Hey, this is Jamie Pate. Welcome to this video, and this is a very special process video that I have for you guys today. This is part of the Austin's Library Project blog hop. And if you don't follow Becki Adams on Instagram and other places, I want to encourage you to do that even right now. Becki Adams is a dear friend. She lost her son several years ago, and in light of that, she has began this beautiful work called Austin's Library Project. I will be adding a link below, and I would encourage you to click through and check it out. But she does an amazing thing. I can't imagine as a mom what that would be to lose a child, but she has turned her sadness, while still there, into an energy to be creative and to gather support for a beautiful library project. And I just could not say enough about how beautiful I think that is. So today, in light of that, I am participating in this blog hop, which you can click through to the next participant below as well. And I have, as you can see, I'm kind of fiddling through here with some supplies. And I have these photos of my son this year who loves to read. We've already made it to the library this year a couple times. And I just am taking the opportunity to tell his story about reading and the library. So let's get started. Okay, you can see here in my supplies, I've gathered some Heidi Swapp stamps, mainly for the whole, the summer vibe, the stars that are on here. I grabbed this alpha. It's called the striped alpha, but I probably will just be using the solid alpha. I have some labels here, some tabs rather, from Storytellers, from Heidi Swapp, as well as this alpha. This is always a good alpha. I wasn't sure if I'd use the stamps or if I'm going to use the stickers. There's also this label sheet as well. And then I decided this is a very patriotic, it's actually called America the Beautiful paper. And I don't need a lot of it, but I did decide I wanted some of it to match some of these photos. And all links will be below. And again, please click through to Austin's Library Project and check that out. Okay, so I love how this pattern paper is already patterned out into quadrants. So I'm cutting up the quadrants, and just a great use of these patterns here. And again, I don't need a whole lot of it, but my mind is going towards making some openables on the background page itself. So I'm kind of messing around here with how much matting I want on the background and how much I want the pattern to show. And what I'm going to do is score, because I want to have this open on the page. So the score is going to fold, and you're going to see how that plays out. Now, I might have done this differently at another time and actually, let's see, maybe just kept it like a card size, but it kind of, inside it kind of opens a little wonky, but you know what? You're here enough to know I'm just going to embrace how it turned out. And it really did turn out fine. So this story is going to be part of my son's 7th grade book. I have been using either storyline chapters inserts or storyteller inserts to be a whole year, a look at his life. And I started with 5th grade. I have 6th grade almost done. And now I'm starting his 7th grade. And I start in the summertime. I just think for me, it's his 7th grade summer. So it's just a great way to go ahead and jump into what his life is in real time. And books and the library are literally a huge part of his life. And he really goes after it of his own self-initiative. And it's always, when are we going to the library next? And just eating books up. But as I'm going to be adding to my journaling, he's also really good about reading the mom books as well. And so I'm thankful for that, because while he likes to just read kind of the funnish books, funnish, that's a word. I'm glad that he will read the mom books as well. And so I just continuing to trim this up, and this will be played out here in just a moment on a background page. And you're going to see here that while I will be using a Storytellers to hold this story in, I don't have it yet. It's on order. And so I'm just using a piece of white cardstock to now adhere, using a tape runner to adhere this to the pages, and then just the same. Now I'm going to kind of offset this. I want them to overlap, as you can see, overlapping pretty well there. And I kind of move that second one later on, but not too much. It's pretty good where I have it. So I'm grabbing the Storyteller's Alpha, and I'm going to be starting my top title. And I say top title because I'm going to be adding another title / stamp cluster that's going to kind of play. I'm really big on kind of balancing my pages out. So while these alphas are going to find their home up here in this top right corner, they're going to find a home again on the page. I just think it adds some nice balance to scrapbook pages. These are months of the year. It's a 4x6 stamp set from Heidi Swap Shop. And I am going to speed this up a little bit because I'm just going to grab the Chipped Sapphire Distress Oxide and add the June reads to this. As I was going along here, I kind of decided on what my title was going to be. So it's June reads. Now these little tabs are also part of Storytellers, and there's a whole kit of, and depending on the color that you like, or get them all, but I do have them all. And so it's just nice to have these colors handy. But I'm using the, oh my goodness, the name of that stamp set is Save the Date. I just remembered. And so I'm using Save the Date to add just a little bit of sentiment to my tabs. But I realized I put this sentiment upside down on my tab. So I'm fixing that because I wanted to actually face the photo, and it's stamped on the other side, and that's no big deal. I don't want to change the tab just for that. It works out just fine. Then I stamped Happy Day on the other tab and added that to the library photo. So I grabbed one of the Tim Holtz Distress tags, which I do love so very much. And because it's a boy page, it's unabashedly a boy page, I'm a little bit more on the grungy side, not terribly a whole lot, but a little bit. So I wanted to use that tag, and it's going to, on the top, it's going to hold the subsequent subtitle. And so this tag, as I allude to even later on, is going to say the list, because I decided, because it is important to remember what it is we're reading and at what point in time we're reading it. I wanted him to give me a list of books he's read so far this month that we can add to this page, and he just has them for all time. And gosh, I wish I had that. I have significant books in my mind that I read as a kid, but I don't have them all. I don't know them all, and this would be great. So I am using a ink blender to just add a little bit of that Chipped Sapphire to the edges to help it pop up a little bit. You saw how I already folded the tag, and so I want initially for it to kind of tuck underneath that second card, if you will, quote unquote card. And so that's kind of the idea there. So I'm kind of fidgeting with it for a moment. In the meantime, I'm going to add some more stamping to the page itself. And I'm using the Wordfetti Best Day Ever, one of my all-time favorite stamp sets from scrapbook.com. It just has all these great words. I could probably use them on every scrapbook page. Okay, we're wrapping this up now, and I have added just a few more things to this, but for the most part, I just want to give you one little last look at this really interactive page. And honestly, I didn't start it out to be like this, but I'm super happy that it did turn out this way. Just one little tip here. I was looking for some washi to kind of add a little bit of detail, and I think I still actually need a little heart, not a heart, but a star popped up here. I might still do that, but I just tore some of the paper and made sure the edges had a torn look to them, and I kind of substituted that for a little washi little appearance right there. And then you saw where I stamped the adventures, and a lot of stamp work on here that I'm loving. Now, as you open this up, inside here initially, I have typed up my journaling and what I wanted to share with my son. And I'm trying to encourage his brother, who is a teacher, who's an English teacher, who loves literature, to send him a little something that I can add to this. So I kept this a pocket. And so all I did was I added 1/8 inch double-sided adhesive tape just to the 3 sides. And, if it doesn't work out and I don't get that, that's fine. It still looks like it's just sitting on there flat. lot. And this is not filled in yet, but I'm going to have my son fill in his reads for June. And I think this will just be a great, even ongoing kind of series in his 7th grade book, the different books that he's reading. Isn't that a great history to have, the books that you've read? And I know that there are significant books in my life at different times of my life that I still remember, and they had such an impact on me. And I just want to share that with my youngest and just help solidify in his mind how wonderful reading is and all the good things that it does for us, mind and spirit. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to check out the links that I have just right below or in the sidebar, however you're watching this. And I will see you in the next video.